guess that'll be all right. All right. So I'm out in the garage. I don't know if anybody's on the live stream yet. So I'm out in the garage. And hey, Christopher Murray, how are you today? Let's see, is there anybody else? Anybody else? All right, so let's get this back out where you guys can see it. Awesome. Christopher says I'm good. Perfect. All right, so holy cow. Janan, Matthias, Shane, Rob, how you guys doing today? So I'm gonna apologize now. Obviously you guys see, well, hopefully you can see, I am working on the drum. I just cut the top off. Well, not just yesterday. I cut the top off, and I got the top squared away, and I got the sides cleaned up, so there is no more paint on this particular drum. And this has to actually be one of the dirtiest drums I've ever cleaned because of the fact that the paint was white. So I'm going to apologize now because I can't really see the comment. Benji, it's just cold here. Actually, it's rainy and cold here too. So, but I want to get back on working on this drum, and I figured, Smoking Joe says, hey, look, you know what? Today is my birthday. I will not stand for any cowboy talk in this chat. All right? Today's my birthday. Do me that solid and just limit the cowboy, cowgirl, you know, I don't want to hear nothing about no cowboy. All right. So in order for me to be able to have this far enough away for you can see what's going on here, I had to actually having to move it away from where my phone is. So I'm not going to be able to, and I'm trying to see if I can get the comments to come up. Well, thank you, Joe. I'm not going to be able to reply to your comments. So I'm actually about to just start working. I had someone ask me the other day to do a live stream. Oh man, don't worry about that. I had somebody ask me to do a live stream, and since I was able to get out to the garage, I figured I would try to kill two birds with one stone. So the point at which I am now is I put the metal band around the grill, around the smoker, and it's on the outside of the smoker just because. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, and then I'm going to get it inside of the smoker. So, and then I'm going to measure, and then I'm going to get it welded on. So you guys can sit and watch me do that. And actually, I don't know if I can pin a comment because, sorry. Here's my ugly mug. Hi, everyone. So I don't really know what and or how, because usually when I'm doing a live stream, I'm sitting at this length from the camera so I can read your comments as they come up. But again, I have the drum set up, and here's my little work area, you know. So I want to get I have a couple cameras I need to set up. I have to intro the video, so you guys can just kind of sit along. You'll hear me talking from time to time, but for the most part, I want to get some work done. So if you're into or have the time to just kind of sit around and watch, I ask you to do just that. I'll be back in a bit. Let me get the intro set up for the video. So, and then you guys can watch the kind of behind the scenes of how I get some of this stuff done as far as filming. All right, clean the camera, the lens here. Okay, so this is Dax, and today is part 2. Well, this video will be part 2. So before, or actually, what you guys saw just a few moments ago, I put the metal band on the outside of the drum. Now what I plan to do with that is I'm going to squeeze it down just a little bit and put it on the inside of the drum. And when I put that ring on the drum, that is how the dome lid will sit perfectly on top of the drum, and I'm going to get it welded up. So at this point, what I have to do is I'm going to take a measurement, and I think I'm going to measure, this is a 1 1/4 inch, so I think I'll do a 1/2 inch, and I'll have a 1/2 inch line, and I'll line it up to the top of the ring on the drum, and measure all the way around, get it clamped up, then I'll get it welded on. So at this point, I'm going to set up the GoPro for a time lapse so I can get that taken care of, and you guys will just sit back and watch. All right, how you guys doing over here? All right, well, yummy. Let me get some markers out. There's marker, and I have to mark the ring. I'm just gonna apologize now for the beeps and the buzzes. You know, people on Facebook are saying happy birthday to me and such. So that's what that noise is. Give me a second. I need to find a ruler so that I can quickly mark what I need to mark here. So much stuff on the table here. I'm looking for a speed square. So what's good with everybody? How's everybody doing today? Yes, that's a speed square. No, that's what I'm not looking for. I guess the thing that I'm looking for is not actually called a speed square. Stuff up here. Always. Anyway, I can't find what I'm looking for. This is the one I was looking for because I can set the depth. Hopefully I can do that correctly. And it's already set for 1/2 inch. So yeah. CT, how you doing? What is that? C Smitty? Schmitty? CS Schmitty, how you doing? You guys, I am going to be doing some work out in the garage. And kind of wanted to bring you guys along while I was doing the work. I haven't yet. Actually, before I forget, let me set up the GoPro. Where am I setting this up? All right. All right, yeah, dude. Your UPS is coming out like fire. Yours looks great, man. Shoot. Mine are just basic and black, but, you know, they work. Trying to get this GoPro set up. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. so I'm gonna have to ignore you guys for a couple minutes. Eric Thomas, how you doing? Well, I'm sitting here. You gotta keep in mind or bear in mind that I am kind of moving around because I have a couple things going on at the same time. I have the GoPro set up, and then I also have obviously the drum setup. What I'm going to be doing now is this ring that I'm getting ready to take off of here, I am about to mark it so that I can weld it onto the actual drum. So bear with me, probably taking about 10 minutes to get it marked up and positioned so that I can so now I'm going to mark it on the outside, and then I'm going to get this ring set inside of here. And then once I get it set inside, I'll get the welder and I'll weld it around the top into the drum. So let's mark it. And I'm going to mark it the 1/2 inch mark. So I'm marking it every 1/2 inch, about every 6 inches or so that I can line it up on the drum and it'll be a nice even height when we put it into the drum. Thank you for hanging out with me while I work on this. Usually I'm out in the garage obviously working on things by myself, but having a live stream set up, it works, it helps, I guess. Unfortunately, obviously I'm further away from the camera or from my phone, so I can't talk to you guys. But as soon as I get this set up into the drum, I'll come and see what you guys are talking about. All right, so now comes the hard part. We have to get the ring into the top of the drum, and it is going to be a struggle. So I'm going to pull it in and bend it just a little bit, make it a little easier for myself, and we can go from there. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to line up the marks where I made. So I have a 1/2 inch exposed on this ring. And that'll give me plenty of room to put a little bit of weld in between the flat stock and the top of the drum. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead around and put clamps on the rings where it's at that 1/2 inch gap, and I'm just gonna fight with it all the way around. So. Speaking of fighting. Alright, so at this point I'm going to get this ring on here kind of the best I can, and then I'm going to go back and try to make it that much tighter. I'm going to get it lined up kind of as good as I can. And actually, I prefer to put the ring in a little high and knock it down as opposed to trying to lift the ring up inside of the edge of this lip here. So I moved over because I could see there was a huge gap in this section here. So maybe I have to put a clamp every 6 inches or so. But we're gonna work at it. Try to keep it as level. Alright, thank you guys for watching, for hanging out. I know this isn't the most interesting thing in the world you could be doing on a Sunday afternoon. But I guess We'll get to the more fun part in a bit. Once I start welding, then there'll be more to see, and it'll be more interesting. Promise. So the strap obviously was a little too long, a bit too long. So trim it down. All right, so now we have the ring set up on the outside of the smoker, and we can kind of go from there. So let me check the comments here. All right. Eric Thomas, Hate Sounds, how you doing? What's good? Eric, how you doing? Where do you get one of the lids from? So I had to buy a separate dome lid. Shane, I don't have any drawings or anything like that. I kind of just do it off the top of my head. Hey, Calvin, hi, Uncle Calvin, how you doing? I'm like, wait, Calvin, that's my Uncle Calvin. What's up, Uncle Calvin? Thank you, sir. Yeah, please, everybody, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. All right. All right. Shane, it's your birthday, too? Is that what I just saw? All right. Time for me to get the... So, let's get the camera out. And... All right. So, this is the end result. A little close up for you. So you can see there's a couple gaps in here. There's a couple gaps in here. And that gap, I'll actually put another clamp on there to pull it all in. And then what I'll do is I'll get the welder out and I'll tack all the way around just to hold the ring in. Then I'll remove the clamps and then I'll go ahead back over it with the welder, and we're going to weld this ring all the way around. All right, I'll be back. You guys on the live stream, you good? Pretty much it. We're golden. And move this a little more into the middle. All right. Trying to make it so that you guys can see. All right, so we have 1/8 inch steel here. Max 1/7. Don't forget your ground. And I'm going to clean off the tip here. I'm trying to check my gas flow rate. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead around and I'm going to tack the ring in place first, and then once I tack it in place, I'll take the clamps off and get it fully welded. So bear with me. Fire in the hole. All right, that doesn't look too bad. Might help if I actually change my gloves to my welding gloves. I wonder if my hands are getting hot. Play with the settings just a little. Still not right. Still. A little better. I need to turn the darkness up on my welding helmet. I had it in grind mode and not weld mode. So when I actually got the weld that I wanted, it was pretty bright. Like I can't even see the on my phone over there. All right, now we got this all squared away. It should be good. When I hadn't welded, when I hadn't welded in a while, it always takes me a moment to get my settings acclimated. All right, now we're golden. So when you're welding, you want to hear the sound of like sizzling bacon. So I want you guys to hear this. Actually just realized you guys on the live stream can't see anything. Let me see if I can get this so that you guys will be able to see a little better. Alright, so some of this extra smoke and stuff is coming out of here because I didn't scrape the paint off of the drum. To me, no need. It'll burn right there. That little bit of fire there is because that's where the label was. But at this point, I have a tack in between each one of those clamps, so I can go back and finish weld. And the ring will stay right where I need it to be. Let me come check on you guys for a moment. See how's everybody doing. All right. Carolina Country Cooking and Barbecue, how you doing? Those are 22.5 inches OD, 22 It's not the Rob. It's that this ring that I'm putting on will make it so that the 22.5 inch sits like perfectly on here. If you have a regular 22.5 inch grill on top of this ring, it doesn't sit quite perfectly. So that's why you put that ring in there. Thank you, Eric Thomas. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and finish welding around the dome here, around this ring, and I want to turn this down just a little bit. All right. Okay. Woo. Looks pretty good. You guys will see in the video, I guess. See all that smoke and stuff coming off of there? Again, that's because I didn't take the paint off. Yeah, this is not structural. I'm not worried about it. So, oh man. Sorry, I gotta take this message off the screen because if I don't, or a message off. Oh, that's nice. The Catonsville I group sent me a text message that said happy birthday. Thank you, Catonsville I group. Alright. So I'm gonna continue welding this. Just sit tight. We'll talk in a moment. So what I'm basically doing is going ahead and I'm welding from each of the tacks, and that's where I'm stopping. And we're like a quarter of the way around the drum so far. All right, I apologize for that. Eric, pretty much. I mean, I actually like. I'm sorry. So thank you guys for hanging around. That was, like I said, that was my mom calling me to wish me happy birthday. I actually like working in a garage, man. Working in a garage, man. Especially this time of year where it's nice and cool. I can put on a long sleeve shirt and be okay. Yeah. So, plus I like making things. So, me putting a drum together, it might not seem fun to you or cool to you, but I'm having a good time. Especially, I'm getting to weld something and I'm hanging out with you guys. So, I'm cool. My wife actually is going to take me out to dinner a little later. We're going to Ruth Chris. I've actually never been to Ruth Chris. So, I'm looking forward to it. But that's it, man. I'm a boring guy. I like to sit and I'll have a beer or two or 6 on a live stream. But other than that, I'm chilling, man. I'm over that whole going out and clubbing and doing X, Y, and Z. Just, I'm too old for that. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. Let me show you guys what I have going on over here. I'm too proud of these welds not to show you. Alright, let's see. Turn the camera. Okay, so some of them are looking better than others. But you can see like where I start and then I stop because that was where attack was. And then this is where I kind of got into a nice flow. Got into a nice flow, and as you can see the discoloration down there. This is actually pretty hot, so I'm standing back just a little ways. All right, put you back up here. Alright, guys. So hopefully guys, well, some of you guys might know when you're welding your filler wire, if you have a ball, that glob on the end of your filler wire, what happens when you start to weld, it pings, and it bounces off, and that's when you hear the dit, 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 before it starts to sound like bacon again. So if you cut it off, if you trim it, you have less of that. So that's why I'm doing it. almost finished. We're like 3/4 of the way there. All right, so the dome is fully, the ring is fully welded around the dome. And let me get your lid so you can see. Sits pretty much perfectly on there. I have to knock down some of the welds, but it sits on there pretty perfect at this point. All right, so while the dome cools, I can sit and talk to you guys for a couple minutes before I get back to it. So I'm gonna get you guys set up where I can talk to you. All right, give me a second here. Oh man, 21 of you guys still hanging out, which is awesome. Joaquin, how you doing? Thank you. All right, now you can see. Oh look, steam coming off of my head. Move that over just a bit because it is actually really rather warm. I feel the heat radiating off of it. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Shoot, I've been at this for almost an hour, I see. And I didn't even really realize it. But yeah. So that is the, like, I won't say the hardest part is getting the drum cleaned up. Thank you, Eric Gomez. I appreciate that. But getting the drum cleaned up, once the drum is cleaned up, I'll weld the ring around the top. And it is still warm, so I'll let that cool for a little while. Then the next steps are gonna be, I have to drill some holes in it. I need 6 holes in it to put the racks in, and then I need a hole on either side. One hole is where I'm gonna put the street valve, which is where I'll hook the pipe up to, and the other side will just be an open hole. So, yeah. But somebody asked me to do a live stream during the weekend, and I said, what better time when I was sitting out in the garage working on the drum to get this done. So I've had people ask, just reheating my tricep tastes better the second day. That's what's up. I wish you the best with your tricep. There's a better view of the drum so far. So again, at this point, I cut the top off. I sanded the outside of the drum. Now, when I sanded the outside of the drum, it took me like 3 hours going one little section at a time. And yeah, Benji, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it took me 3 hours to get that thing sanded. So I was out here in the garage yesterday working on this for like 4 or 5 hours, all told. Then I came out here this morning, well, this afternoon, to try to get some more work done on it. I could probably have this done today. So you figure like 8 hours to build one of these things, if that, like working pretty much steady. Just tea. Actually, I think I have a beer in the refrigerator. Give me a second. Yes. Always good to stash a beer or two in your beer fridge that you don't actually put beer in very often. All right. So you heard that. That was one of the welds. As it cools and contracts, some of those welds are going to kind of start popping and making noise. But it turned out pretty great. The ring is on there pretty evenly. There are a couple sections that I have to kind of knock down just a little bit so that the dome sits on there a little better. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. Again, it's not super structural or anything, so the welds don't look pretty. But it's just going on the grill. Doesn't matter. All right, well, that's what's up. Mr. Rotary Man. Dude, I tell you, so cooking tri-tip is one of those things where either you know how to cook it or you don't. There really isn't much in between. Like, you kind of have to do some research and see how others cook it. Again, I don't have tri-tip often. I don't cook tri-tip often because it's not something that is, I won't say available. It's just not something we cook here on the East Coast for the most part. It's a West Coast thing. And if I remember correctly, you were down south, like Virginia somewhere. Where are you? Before I guess, where are you? I don't remember. Shoot, tri-tip is expensive everywhere. It's just beef. I thought you were on the East Coast somewhere. Maybe not. All right, so I see 22 of you guys on the live stream. Thank you so much for taking a couple moments and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I don't know why you thought you were on the East Coast somewhere. He's in LA. I have to keep that in mind when I start traveling. If I start traveling. But thank you guys so very much. I just keep wanting to say thank you because, I'm just waiting for this thing to cool off a little bit. And then, so once it cools, I'm going to drill my 6 holes. And the 6 holes I'm going to put bolts in. I do like 1.5 inch bolts. And I plug them right in through the drum. And what I'll do with that is drill holes in, and then the bolts go, and that's what holds the shelves in, the actual grill grates in. Once I have those set up, go ahead and get yourself one. Once I have those set up, I'll screw them in, tighten them down, and then I just tack those on too to make sure that they don't move. It's not necessary, and if I were to just leave them so you can unscrew them, then you could take them out. But it really doesn't make much of a difference, to me at least. So I always just tack them in, put a tack on the top side of each bolt and nut on either side to make sure they don't go anywhere. Then the next thing I have to do is drill a hole in the front for the thermometer, and then the 2 holes on either side. That'll probably take me all of an hour. When I put so originally when I first started, when I think I did the first drum, I put 4 holes in to hold the grate. And if you know anything, it's easier to get 3, like 3 legs of a chair level than it is 4. But the good thing is, because the sheet metal is so thin, if I need to bend one of the nuts and the bolts up or down, excuse me, you can, to help level the shelf out. But it's really not all that necessary. So usually the first shelf I'll put down in this area here, and then the second one I basically took half the distance between the top, and actually a little less, and I think I come down about 3 inches. So that gives you about 10 inches from here to here, and you're pretty much good. Yeah. Shane, where are you geographically? I think I remember you were. Are you Florida, Louisiana? It's a bit of a delay. Huh. Nice. I have to check it out on. You posted it on Instagram? All right, so there's 25 of you guys hanging out. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Alabama. All right. So you hear it settle in here. That's like, once it contracts, some of the welds are just they're just making noise. But I really like welding. I wish I could do more welding. So I'm gonna get a brush. Actually, might as well do that now. Get a brush and clean up these welds. I don't want the noise to bother you guys. It's pretty loud. What's everybody else doing on this fine Sunday afternoon? Come on, chat, work. Oh, okay. I will check it out. I think I subscribed to your channel. If I haven't, I will try to do that like post haste. Actually, let's do this. I drink Miller Lite because my doctor told me that I should have less carbs because of the sugar. So Miller Lite has like 4 carbs in it per can, so versus like 15 or 20 in regular. So Priscilla back there, I was waiting really for the weather to change, the weather to break. I had issues when it was really cold because I had issues with the electricity out here in the garage. I got those squared away, and then I just I got busy doing barbecue. So, now when the barbecue stuff slows down, that's when I get to the point where I start being out in the garage doing a lot of work on different things. But I did film part of a video like months ago, so I'll try to find that footage and tie it all back in when I get back on it. So don't worry. My plan is to work on it or with it at the end of, kind of at the end of this year. All right, Rotary, I'm going to find your channel and subscribe right now. Over. So let's see this tri-tip video.
Just beginning. Damn, bro, we got some tri-tip. She's gonna be some fire ass tri-tip.
What'd you do, like mustard on there?
Honey mustard. is Italian seasoning and some secret sauce.
That
Get ready to smoke perfection right here.
looks good, bro.
Sorry, Sunny. Got that big log in there. That's the drip tray, famous drip tray. Wood, apple. That's some pecan.
Fire
I
starter.
recommend these.
All right, tumbleweeds, fire starters.
Make your life easy.
All right.
So you have to,
I had to keep that in mind. I actually saw those the other day.
Hope you guys have a good weekend.
Yeah, right back at you.
Enjoy. I want this thing to go a little lower, but we'll see right now.
Put a water pan in where the fire hits the cooking chamber, and that'll help you get your temperatures down. That's dope, man. Thank you. Well, not thank you, but that's dope. All right, come on. No. This is my work phone here. Let's see. But it allows me to do two things at once sometimes, especially when I'm working on the live stream. All right, so I subscribed, so I'll see your other clips. First time cooking in the rain. The fire took so long to start. Yeah, cooking in the extreme cold and the rain is gonna suck the heat out of your smoker and or grill. It's just one of those things, man. I'm lucky enough to have a decent sized garage, but I did cook on the side of my house at a time, and it would, like, especially in the cold, it would just suck all of the heat out of the smoker or the grill. But I finally moved my stuff down into the garage, and I haven't had a problem pretty much since, though it does get really cold in here during the winter. It's Scrooston in the house. Robert, how you doing this evening or afternoon? Robert Whipple. Like the Whipple superchargers? That Whipple? Cool. Well, I'm almost finished my beer here, so I'm gonna end the live stream soon. If you guys have any other questions about the process, Whipple, no, not related to the supercharger, the guy. Do you guys have any other questions about the build process here on the drum? If you do, I can include them in the video. Come on, in the video. Hey, you too, sir. Thank you very much. Be easy. I say that all the time. So now I gotta get motivated to get started again. So that's the problem with stopping, the getting back started. So I'm going to take a like a wire brush and just clean up some of the discoloration from the, like I said, I didn't clean the paint off of this. Again, it's not structural. I'm not really worried about it. So the paint caught a little, you can see like the little discoloration here. This is actually where it caught on fire just a little bit. So I'm going to clean that up and wipe it off and clean up some of the high welds. But that's why I give myself a half inch of room here so that the dome can sit on there and not be bothered by the welds at all. So, but anybody else have any other questions before we go ahead and end it? Yes, I cannot give all of the secrets. I can't give all my secrets either. But dope, man. Hey, thank you, Mr. Perez, for hanging out. All right, well, so if you're gonna post clips and this is just me being me, turn your phone sideways. All right. I know that you can maximize your phone, but that's only if you're using or watching on a phone. But turn them sideways because most people are watching on their computers. I think the thing is like 60-40 mobile to desktop. So people still want to see the video this way. All right. And if someone is watching on the phone, all they have to do is turn their phone sideways and they'll get the full experience. Just my 2 cents. I don't like vertical video just yet. Well, so Shane, this is going to be, it's not going to be real in depth, but I am going to definitely, I am making a video. Let's see, can I see it? Yep, right here is there's the GoPro right there, and behind me there is the tripod, and I have my camera. It's over there, set up, and I don't know, you might have missed it in the stream where I kind of like did the intro to the video that I'm doing. This is the second part of the video. So you guys who are seeing this now are seeing it obviously ahead of time, and you have a sneak peek. So, all right, Fort Worth in the house. How you guys? Jack says, wait, he just got here. All right, man. Well, I mean, I can set you guys up on, off to the side, and I can continue on with what I'm doing. I just took a moment, a little bit of a break. How many grills do I have? Technically, I have the Big Green Egg. I have an 18-inch Weber. I have this right here. That's a grill. My wife's grill. I have 2 other propane grills that I'm going to be taking for scrap soon. So those are grills. Smokers. This is a smoker. That's a smoker. That's a smoker. This is a smoker. So that's 2. Well, that's 3. And you can't see it, but the vertical smoker is so. There's the vertical smoker there. I'm trying to do this backwards. This is Bessie. This is Bernadette. This is Priscilla. Okay. Then this is a grill. So I have as many grills as I have smokers. This is a smoker I'm building. And then number 1 and 2 drum are over off to the side there. And actually there is a Weber. Come on, focus. There's a Weber Smoky Mountain all the way in the back of the grill, in the back of the garage as well, that I've never actually used. I haven't had to. So I differentiate between the grills and the smokers, though. This is for the grills and this is for the smokers. This is for the smokers and back to the grills. Anybody get that? Anyway. All right, well, I guess if you guys want to stick around and watch, I can get some more stuff done. I have to clean the ring around this. So let me find. The problem is I set stuff up and I put stuff places for doing this, but the problem is I haven't done anything as far as making a smoker in quite a while. Yeah, no problem. Each one teach one. So we could do it that way, or we could do it the smart way. And I'm gonna put you guys, let's get you guys set up back over here. Gotta find my brush to clean this off with. Part of the problem when you have specialized things to do things is finding them when you need them. Oh, here it is. So I'm just going to clean this up. Give me a second. Alright, so the whole point was I was just trying to get some of the discoloration from the welding. Just so when I go to paint it, it'll be a little bit better. This is a high weld there. I'm going to knock that down. Just because if I don't, it'll bother me. Probably should have warned you guys that this is going to be loud, so turn the volume down for a moment. So the whole thing is sometimes it's faster and easier to use the cutoff wheel to get big chunks off of stuff than it is the grinding wheel. So what I did at this particular junction, and you can see there's a gap there in the ring. I put that gap there as a provision, so if you want to put temperature probes down in here, you can. But I need to clean this up because there's a sharp, jagged edge there. So that was what I was trying to do. So I think, aside from me doing a bunch of drilling, which, you know, it's not going to be very entertaining, I think that's about it for the live stream. So hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out for a moment or so. This rotary says he's going to build a smoker using a tamale pot and a 14-inch Weber. He's not on my scale yet. Nice. Shane's funny. Moody, how you doing? Oh, man. Well, MR, it is a gift and a curse. Because as you see, what ends up happening is this becomes a dumping ground. My wife says, take that out to the garage. Take that out to the garage. Get it out of the house. Take it out to the garage. So it's not all it's cracked up to be. I have to do some serious moving around in order to get things done. I'm sorry, I'm putting you guys down. To get things done when I need to. And I press the button for the other garage door. Sorry, I'm trying to get this up. One of the drums is 400. It's 400. Tori, how you doing? And it's Ayo, A-Y-E. Ayo! Alright. When it's damp outside, you can... Okay. Well, my garage doors are open. And you heard me just open up the other one inadvertently. So I completely understand the, welding with the garage doors closed. Definitely. All right, so let's see. We're at an hour and 25 minutes. So let's talk for another couple moments. And then I'm going to go ahead and get on to the next step, which is going to be drilling out the holes for the bolts. And the Sous. Man, the dew point is pretty low. All right. Anybody else have any other questions about the drum or the production of the drum? It is, well, I can't actually tell you because I'm using my phone to stream. Let's see what the temperature. It is. Where do I find the weather on this thing? Screen brightness. It's not that cold. Weather. Here's a weather app. It says currently. Using the app. Currently it's 67 degrees. Oh wait, but that's not the right place. Gosh. Baltimore. Currently 53 degrees. That's better. All right. But I mean, you see, I'm in a long sleeve shirt. I had a friend of mine posted on Facebook, and he said the weather, it went from 90 to 50 just like it saw a state trooper. And I cracked up at that because that's how you be when you see a state trooper. You be like, two hands on the wheel and everything as soon as you see one. Yeah, right. Warm down here in Florida. Well, it's not warm here in Baltimore. Don't rub it in. Tri-tip nachos sound like a good, just like dice it thinly and then put it on top like you would a ground meat. Moody's cracking up. You see how, don't talk about warm weather. Sore subject. Nice, Jack. That's what's up. Shoot. My Eagles played already this week, so I've got nothing but time. So I've been out in the garage. I was out here yesterday for like 4 or 5 hours, and obviously you see I'm out here now. And I'll be out here for another, actually, shoot. My wife is taking me to dinner at 5, so that means I have probably another 45 minutes. I got to go inside and shave my head. You can't really see it, but there's some stubble there. Shave my head, get washed up so I don't smell like a penny. After working with metals, you smell like rust. So, but thank you guys so very much, as always, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Anybody else have any questions about the manufacture of one of these drums, about putting it together? Well, that's just that just means you'll have to do another video of cooking tri-tip. Man, you're gonna make me have to get some tri-tip. I just wish it wasn't so daggone expensive, because it costs like, I think it's like $5 or $6 a pound, and the smallest bag I was able to find, or pack I was able to find, was like 12 or 15 pounds of it at the restaurant depot. Jeremy, how are you doing today? What's up, bro? How you doing? Jumping online, man. What are you doing? What are you doing back? So I have this drum that I've been making. This is the one that I'm going to be giving away to Tom. Tom is the one who won the raffle. Remember, I raffled off. You guys could have gotten stickers. So the whole thing was, for $20 you got one chance, and for $50 you got 3 chances to win the drum that obviously you see I'm making. The whole point was for me to get out into the garage and do it before the raffle was over, but because of my schedule and kids and life and the weather, I just wasn't able to get out and get it done. So I wanted to take the time to get it finished. I'm hoping I'll have it finished. I might not actually finish it today, because of the fact that I still have to paint it. So, yeah. What? Yo, send me some. Shoot it. $4 a pound for tri-tip. Gosh. Man. I'd have bought up a bunch of it. Well, it was $3 a pound. He said he got 4 pounds for $3. I mean, 4 pounds for $12. Gosh. I wish. I need deals like that in my life. Now I get deals from time to time. But, man, that's awesome. All right, guys, it's been an hour and a half. It's $4.99, good deal for choice brisket. See, my problem is this. I go to the restaurant depot and I buy brisket. So whatever the prices that you guys are saying that you find them in the supermarkets and things like that, or even at Costco, they're more than I would pay. So am I willing to pay that amount? No. In a pinch, would I pay that amount? Yes. But it's just a matter of where you can get it from. Dude, man, why cook prime? To me, I mean, it's not going to, I don't know. I get choice, and the choice is fine. Yeah. Yes, Jack. Or, watch the videos too. But watching the live streams, the live feeds is good too. So thank you very much again for hanging out. I am gone so I can get this accomplished. You guys are holding me up. I'll see you guys next time.